Hey guys, it's Sasha. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I just got back from beautiful Hawaii. I was on the Big Island for 10 days celebrating my 40th birthday, and I got to do what I really love, which is be in water. I love to snorkel and I love to scuba dive. But now that I'm a mom, I don't get to scuba dive as much as I'd like to because I have a little baby to tend to. I did plan on doing the nighttime manta ray dive on my ninth day there, but unfortunately, it just hit me that the next day I had to get on a flight, and it was going to be less than 24 hours before I got on that flight. And so it was too risky for me to do, so I didn't do it. But that being said, it reminded me that I needed to share with you the following story. So, about 12 years ago, my sister and I went to Puerto Rico. And on our last day there, my sister said, "Hey, I found this retired captain who said that he would take us on a dive." And so I told my sister, "No, we can't do that because we're not certified to do it." And she said, "Don't worry about it. He'll do it on the down low." And he said that he'd take really good care of us and we wouldn't go that deep. So I reluctantly went. And what ended up happening was that on my second flight, because I had to fly from Vieques to San Juan and from San Juan to LA, when I got on that second flight, which was a flight in which I went on a much bigger plane and I went up a much higher altitude, what ended up happening was that I started getting sick. I started getting sick. My ears started to throb. Next thing you know, I had this horrible congestion in my ears. I started to feel horrible. And so the sound started to get muffled. And next thing you know, I could not hear. So you can imagine the horror of being on the plane and realizing that the stewardess is talking to you, asking you if you want water or something else, and you cannot hear. And so it was horrible for me. And so by the time it cleared, I realized that I unfortunately had tinnitus. And after seeing a doctor about it, he said that chances were that I would always have it. Now, years later, I got into hypnotherapy and I thought maybe I can hypnotize myself to get rid of it. After all, it's helped me with so much other stuff. Now, when it came to my particular issue, it didn't get rid of the tinnitus. Reason being was that the root of the problem wasn't an emotional one. It was completely a physical trauma that I had experienced that had brought it on. Now, I've seen hypnotherapy help with physical ailments, but unfortunately, it didn't help me with this particular one. How it did help me was that I ended up hypnotizing myself, making it so that I just didn't notice it. I didn't pay attention to the crackle and pop sounds that I would literally experience continuously. Because in the beginning, soon after I got tinnitus, I would hear it all day long and it was driving me up the wall. I was just going crazy. But once I hypnotized myself, after that, honestly, now it's to the point where if I don't stop to actually look for it, I don't even hear it. And so it's made a huge difference in my life. But in the same way that this happened, now the reason that I bring this up is because in the same way, our minds have filters. And a lot of times we focus on all the negative stuff, all the bad stuff from the past that does not help us. And what we really need to do is to change those filters out and train our minds to focus on the positive stuff, the good stuff, the present, and on reaching all of our goals, as well as having gratitude in our lives. And really, that's what it's all about. It's about training your mind to do what you need it to do so that you live your life the way you want to live it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little story, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye for now.